People think that narcissism is just somebody who wants attention, but in reality, it's far from that. Narcissism has layers and personalities. They have an entire structure built around control, manipulation, insecurity, and also emotional domination. Robert Greene, in his books, break down narcissism in many, many ways. And I think it's very interesting because he breaks them down, and when you see it, and then you can recognize it everywhere. You can recognize it in friendship, family, in your siblings. You can recognize it even in people who's like saying that they love you. There are narcissists who wants control over your life, like your whole life should be under their control. And there's other narcissists who only create chaos in your life because they want the spotlight. They want all the attention on them in the world, or in your relationship, or in your friendship, whatever it is. They want all of the spotlight. And there's also narcissists who are pretty kind, pretty nice to you because they are controlling you. They want to regulate your emotions. You don't even recognize that they are actually studying your emotions and they are mirroring you. And the scariest part about manipulators, about narcissists, is they do not look toxic. They look kind. They look like the person that you will never question. They look like they will give you the whole world, because they are mirroring you, they're studying you, they want to control you. So they have to play it nicely and play it kindly in the beginning. So today, I'm not gonna talk about the same narcissist type. I have done it before in the past, like I have YouTube videos about it. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna talk about the narcissist type that Robert Greene talks about in his books. The ones that are controlling your whole life without you giving them permission, or without you even recognizing it. And I'm going to break this down for the people who's ignoring it, for the people who only know the basic narcissist or the toxic, the gaslighter. They know those things, but they don't know the real narcissist who can stay forever with you and control your life because they're getting feed on your energy. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the narcissist, as I said, the Robert Greene version of narcissists, because I don't want you to be manipulated. I don't want your life to be controlled by a manipulator or by a narcissist. I have seen it. I'm working in an emergency mental hospital and I see it literally daily, that a narcissist can control somebody to the worst part that they cannot even ask for help. I do not want you to be there, so I want you to stay till the end of this video and learn how to take care of it, how to take care of yourself, and how to avoid being involved with a narcissist who wants everything from your life and who wants chaos in your life. So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and my name is Saia. And number one is the deep narcissist. It's the worst part of narcissism, the deep ones, because they have no emotions, like they're empty inside. Literally, they can fake it. They can learn to take away from you like your emotions and use your emotions against you, but they are empty inside and they're gonna drain your energy. So if you want to recognize somebody like that, is literally when you see that's like empty. Like the first time, like you're looking at them, the first second they look at your face, and what are they feeling? They're usually, when something is happening, they're like, you guys are watching a movie and something very sad is happening and they're like, or they enjoy seeing people cry and be in bad situations. So a while ago, I was talking with a guy, and that guy, I was talking about a K-drama, which I cried a lot watching, like a lot. It's called Werewolf Boy. And that's a movie, it's from long ago. I watched it and I cried a lot. I could not bring myself to watch it again. And I was like, and he asked me, what's the saddest movie? Like, what's the saddest K-drama I've seen? Because he wanted to be very specific to learn from me and take that answer from me. I asked me and I was like, oh yeah, it was that one. I can never watch it. You know what he did? He made me watch it so I will cry in front of him. And he was just looking at me like this. I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry. Like, he made me watch that. And that's a very obvious sign of a narcissist, which you might be like, oh my God, this is so kind. You want to learn about me, about the things I like? He's literally driving through 2-3 hours just to see me. You know, the gaslighter and the love bomber in the beginning give you everything. You're like, oh my God, I found the one for me. The guy who everyone on social media is talking about. The guy who will do everything for you, who's obsessed with you, who's like taking care of you. He's like nice and handsome, all of those stuff. That's very obvious sign. So when girls are getting love bombed and they're posting it on social media, and I'm like, I don't want to be negative, but be careful of love bombing, because they can fake it to get you. And the deep narcissist is also addicted to admiration. They love themselves a lot. And sometimes when I'm talking about self-love on social media, people are like, oh, this is narcissist. No, there's a big difference. Because I have my insecurities, and I think like, yeah, I have my insecurities. You guys might not even know about it, and I don't think I will ever talk about it. I have my insecurities, and there's stuff that I don't like about myself, but I am trying to be positive about it. But because the more positive I think about it, the better it gets for me. The more I'm like, yeah, it does not matter. Everybody, everybody's like that. Everybody has their own flaws and stuff. It's beautiful. That's about me, I'm a very specific person, and that about me. I'm trying to be positive, and I'm also posting positive stuff on social media because I want people to read it and be positive and be in a positive mindset when they see my stuff. I want them to be happy. But a narcissist actually does not see any flaws in themselves. That guy I just mentioned, like, he was not nice at all. I have said it before, he looked like a crocodile. Like, his body was not built at all, he was eating too many junk food. He was not that nice. When he was standing in front of a mirror, like when we both were standing, for example, we were just like passing by a big mirror in the city or something, like, he would look at himself, he would be like, oh, why am I so nice? Like, he will be like that. I'm not even kidding. And I was like, don't you see? Like, anyways, and I was like, oh yeah, look at my belly. Oh, look at, I was like that. And while he had all of those ugly stuffs in himself, but he was not looking at it. And I thought he was just positive. I thought he's just a man being positive, but he was not. He was actually a narcissist. He loved admiration. Like, I love like telling people good stuff, like, oh, you look so beautiful today, oh, you dance so well, oh, this and that. I do that a lot, and then I'm quite good target for deep narcissists because that's what they want from me. They want this admiration their whole life. That's what I'm telling you. You can be nice. You can still be nice to people. You can be nice to everyone. You don't have to be afraid if they're a deep narcissist or not. It's just be careful when you see the signs. When somebody is dying, like, for people to admire them, doing everything, they're a narcissist. And the second one is the grandiose narcissist. They are the most obvious ones because all they want is talking about themselves. They talk about themselves. They look very powerful. Recently, I was talking with another guy because, like, it's like big difference. It's just like, I have met a lot of narcissists in my life, but I did not recognize it. But when I'm like thinking, I'm reading about them, I'm learning about narcissists now, and I remember like the things they have done, and I'm using it to advise you. So this guy I met, he looked super powerful, like super powerful. When he's going in the city, everybody will be like, I was like, what is happening? And I have not dated any of them. It's just like we were talking because I really wanted like get to know people before dating somebody. And I was like, what's happening? Why is he so powerful? Like, on social media, all you see is him going this place, flying, buying an airplane, buying cars, and having the most expensive car in the whole world. And in reality, he does not even have a driver license. He was driving illegally in another place. He does not have a car. He does not have the airplane. It was just like shaking hands, and everything was fake. They want people to admire them. They will do anything to look rich. They will go broke to look rich. Because that admiration they want people to see them powerful. They want to like people to be afraid of them. They want people to respect them. We all want power, we all want respect, but in them, it's completely different. When you are meeting somebody and that person is just bragging about themselves, the things they have done, the things they have achieved, even if it's so little, they make it super big. They are those type of the grandiose narcissist. That's what they do. Then they are quite obvious. I think everybody feels like something is off with that person. They only talk about themselves. They want attention all on them. Then this type of narcissist. And number 3 is the theatrical narcissist, which is not very obvious, but they're actually playing. They're copying your emotions. For example, they're asking you a lot of questions, how you felt, what it felt like, and then they're gonna make a whole story based on your feelings, on your story. They're gonna make their own story and also put the kind similar emotions, so you guys will have something to connect on, to talk about. For example, I don't talk with my dad, and I don't even want to talk about that. That narcissist, the first one that I talked about, he was asking me a lot of deep questions. Literally the first week we were talking, mostly like on the phone, he was asking me a lot of questions. And in reality, when we met, I have met that person before. It was not like through social media or anything. It's just like we were living in different states. And then when we met, that person made up a whole story about his mom being not emotionally stable, his mom having like some diagnosis, like psychiatric diagnosis, because he wanted to connect with me. Where I work, psychiatry, yeah, he knows where to connect me. What has happened to me? Oh, it was your dad. I'm gonna connect my mom. It was my mom. And then he was saying all of those stuff, but in reality, his mom was actually a sweet person. I will not say a good person, but she was a good person, like a sweet person, you know. So he made up a whole thing, like a theatrical. He made a whole theater, a whole play out of what he was asking me. So they ask you deep questions and you're gonna think like, oh my God, we are connecting so nicely. Everybody asking me stupid questions. This person wants to actually get to know me. They don't really actually want to get to know you. They just want to take it out of you so they can make a whole script and give it back to you about themselves. And this is also very hard to like recognize, because yeah, people ask deep questions. If you are with somebody, like for maybe you have had the boyfriend for like 4 or 5 years and you guys are still ongoing, and that person asks you deep questions. But the big difference with the narcissist is they are asking you quite early because they want to like just jump to the straight things, like deep connection. That's what they want you, because they don't want to lose you. Because people are not stupid. Like you can lose somebody very easily in a talking stage, but they don't want to do that, so they go into the deeper level, like in the people who's talking for 1 year and they're asking each other those questions. Is different from asking each other like the second time you guys are meeting. Just be careful, ask questions and see what their intentions are, and you see, like, just remember what you said. If that person is flipping it and giving it back to you, you know, obviously this person is the theatrical narcissist. Before is the complete control narcissist, the control freak narcissist. It's just they want control over everything. You know, it's like this is so obvious with them because they have like the love bombing in the beginning. They're gonna give you a lot of love, and then they're gonna take it away from you. And if they see like you're drifting away, they're gonna come back, and then they see you coming back, and then they're gonna take another step back, and then they see you leave, because it's so hard to get emotionally attached to someone very fast. They are doing all of those stuff very fast. The first guy I mentioned, I think we were talking for like 2-3 months. The second narcissist, we were talking for like 4 months. He waited for me like more than 1 year, just so like we can, like, I will give attention to him. The first one was also he waited till I gave him attention, and then we talked for like 3-4 months or something like that. They are quite fast about it. They're like, oh yeah, when you were gone, this happened to me. I was so sad. I was thinking about you. I could not sleep. They're all lying. So be careful when it comes to like the deep questions, and also the control freaks. They want to control everything in your life. Who you meet, they're like, oh yeah, what do you think about like having female friends or like male friends? They ask you about that. They give you a strong ass opinion. And then if you're going to meet your friends who has been your friend for like 10 years, you're gonna be like, yeah, because you went there, you ignored me. I was talking with a guy, and that guy, I did not like him at all. So I met my best friend on his birthday. Well, he was like, I don't know what he planned. I think he planned something for us on his birthday, and I went like to meet my friend. Like it was his birthday, so we met and like with other friends, and we had like a birthday party for him. The narcissist, I don't know if he was a narcissist. He was not that strong, but he was a control freak. He was like, you know, you went, he like created a whole thing. I don't know what he took, but he was like vomiting a lot of blood, and it was blood everywhere. He made sure it was everywhere on the floor, and he called an ambulance, and all of those stuff happened. He did not tell me, so he will make me feel bad, you know. And after that, when I was looking at the apartment, I was like, I saw blood everywhere. Like he was sending me pictures and stuff. I was like, what happened? You're like, oh yeah, because you were there, you thought your friend was more important than me. That's what happened to me. And I was like, why did you do it then? What did you even do? Like, how can you vomit blood if you were like a completely healthy person? So be careful of those little details, you know. You were a nice person, you were like kind, and you're like, oh yeah, oh my God, I'm sorry, what happened? I should have came to you. But that's not it. That's just about the control. They want to control you. That's why they are creating those kind of scenarios. And number 5 is the healthy narcissist. Actually, Robert Greene talks about this healthy narcissist, and I don't know if I have met anyone like that, it's just like they are quite healthy about it. They know they are narcissists. Maybe they have not have much emotions. Maybe they want control and they want power and stuff, but they are regulating it. They know about themselves. They're self-aware and they know what they do. So that's the most important. And I love when somebody is self-aware, because me, I love it when I'm not self-aware about something and I get self-aware about it, and I like, it's a whole new world opens when I'm getting self-aware. So nurse, like, they're called the healthy ones. They know like how to do it. They read about themselves. They talk about emotions. They want to like get to know themselves, but they're also like emotionless. They don't have much emotion, but they're not using it against somebody, or want to control somebody, or wants power, wants chaos in somebody's life, or they're getting fed on other people's energy. When they're like getting sad, like they get the energy, they get happy about it. So that was everything I had for those 5 types of narcissists I have brought from Robert Greene. I think he had less or more, I don't remember, but I just wanted to talk about those 5 types. And if you wonder how I know a lot about narcissists, is because I have met a lot of narcissist people, and narcissist people choose you specifically. They don't just choose anyone or randomly. They choose somebody specifically. If it's because you are beautiful, if it's because you are powerful, if it's because you are gonna help them do something, like you can be like their, like a servant for them and do things for them, they're gonna choose you for a specific reason. It can be a pattern, it can be a quality you don't even realize that you are showing. That how I did not realize that I was talking very nicely to them, I was giving them attention, I was giving everyone attention and loving everyone and giving positive vibes to everyone. And that's a good thing for a narcissist. That's what they want. They want good patterns, they want something to be fed on. So they are not just attacking everyone, they're not just choosing everyone, they have their own specific people. And the fact that I know a lot is because I have met a lot of people like that. I have learned, like, through my entire life, I have met a lot of them, and I love using those people as an advice for other people, so you will not be in the same shitty situation I was in. So some narcissists just go after good-hearted people because they want to control, or people who's easily controlled, who unstable, or somebody who has power. They want that power too. So for one of the narcissists I was talking to, was just because he was super ugly and I was quite beautiful. He wanted the attention I was getting. Like, he wanted to have that attention. It was quite obvious about him, but just because I did not know about narcissists, I happened to be in that damn situation, that shitty situation, which led me to have the worst months of my life. And that's why I talk about it, so you do not happen to be the same place as me, so you know what narcissist is, so you know what they want attention, because some of them are quite obvious. They don't even want to hide it. They're like, yeah, I'm powerful, so what? Bro, you did like this tiny thing and you were telling everyone like it was this big. It's very obvious in some of them. It's just like, if we don't have any knowledge, we have not studied the type of people, we will never recognize them. And Robert Greene also just say, get to know yourself. And that's the thing that I like the most, is get to know yourself. You might also be a narcissist, a healthy one. You might be whoever, like, I don't know. Just get to know yourself, and then you know who is gonna come to your life. You're gonna decide what you're gonna do. You're gonna be unstoppable. You're gonna stop all of those bullshit coming from your life. If somebody made this video and told me, this kind of narcissist, they love bomb, they can do like love bomb. What is love bombing? I did not know. What is gaslighting? I did not know. But if I knew it, if I studied those stuff, if I studied love bombing, gaslighting, manipulation, narcissist, all of those fancy words, if I studied them, I would have never happened to be in that shitty situation. I'm not complaining about it. I'm not saying it should have never happened, because what happened back then to me changed my whole life, because I literally woke up. I started a YouTube channel, and that means a lot to me, because I recognize myself. I found myself, and I can advise people. So that meant a lot for me, and I'm very happy it happened, and it's in the past. That's why I want you to study, so you will not be one of my patients who is going through difficult time because of a narcissist, and they cannot even ask for help because the narcissist has controlled them so badly. They have like played with their head completely. And I don't want to talk more, because I love talking about narcissists. I love talking about mental illnesses. It's not just because I work with it. I work with it because I like it. I just don't like my 9 to 5. I don't like working as a 9 to 5 person. But I love mental illnesses. I love how to like help people and be your own help, be your own doctor. So thank you guys so much for being here. Do not forget to subscribe, because I post every single Friday, and I talk about everything, about self-love, narcissism, about mental illnesses, about happiness, about positivity. I talk about everything that I'm learning in my life because I'm also on my self-love journey. Thank you guys so much for being here. Check the links in the bio and see you next Friday with another video. Love you all. Bye bye.